Grace means that the only goodness that I have or you have, the only reason that I can say that I am good enough, that I am anything enough, is because of him who is in me. Of myself, zero. But with him, perfect. I'll give you another example, make it clear. Another basketball story, but this one ends a little bit better. When I was in college, we used to play pickup in the gym. We had like our little group of friends, and we were like, okay. They were really dragging down the team, okay. The other ones, okay. But, you know, we were just a bunch of average guys, and whatever it is, and whenever we go to the gym, you know, especially like when the athletes would play, like we'd play, the place close to us where the athletes would play, they would kill us, okay? And they would always be very good, and we pretty much one and done for most of the time, because again, all my teammates were not as good, okay? And then one weekend, we had a friend of ours from high school who actually was really good. He played college ball at his college, and he showed up. And all of a sudden, I had a teammate my equal, okay? All of a sudden, I had someone comparable to me. And with him on our team, then all of a sudden, we were winning. And all of a sudden, we're pretty good. In fact, we're more than good. We were good enough. Now, here's the key part. Our actions didn't change. Like we were still the bad news bears, dribble it off the foot, but thing hit me in the face and trip. Like we were still that. We didn't change our actions. But the difference was, with him on the team, all of a sudden, our identity was now different. You see how this works? I'm going to show you a passage from Ephesians chapter 2. St. Paul describes what grace does and how grace works. Okay, we won't dig too much into it, but just I want you to understand how it's exactly this point. About my actions, no, but my identity, yes. It says it this way. It says, but God, who is rich in mercy, because of his great love with which he loved us, even when we were dead in trespasses, made us alive together with Christ. By grace you have been saved. And he raised us up together and made us sit together in the heavenly places in Christ Jesus, that in the ages to come he might show the exceeding riches of his grace in his kindness towards us in Christ Jesus. And again, for by grace you have been saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God, not of works, lest anyone should boast. That's grace. And grace, the undeserved free gift of God, is like the most fundamental tenet of Christianity. Everything we have in Christianity is based on God's grace for us. Not our earning it, but on God giving it to us even though we didn't deserve it. Now the thing is, grace, believe it or not, we don't like grace. We don't talk about it because we don't like it. You know why? Because we like 1 + 1 = 2. It's more American. Work hard, pick yourself up by your bootstraps. Like that's us. And we like, if I do good, I am good. And if I do bad, I am bad. Because no one ever defines their stuff as bad. So if I do good, I'm good. But that person does bad, so therefore they are bad. We like it that if I read the Bible, if I go to church, throw a couple bucks at the homeless guy on the way to the metro, I'm good. Because I did good. Oh, and hold the cheese. Hold the cheese at Taco Bell. Hold the cheese. Look at me. I'm good. I'm good. Do you know who else likes the system of if you're good, if you do good, you are good? You know who likes that system? The devil. The devil loves that system. That's his favorite system. The devil would love to convince you, I promise you, love to convince you, no, do good. Do good so you can be good. Do good so you can do more good so you can be more good. Do good, do good, do good, do good. I want you to do good, and I want you to know that you're good because you did good. You know why the devil wants that? Because you know what is inevitably coming? The day when you don't do good. You prayed today, so you're a good boy. You prayed, you're good. You prayed, you're good. But he knows there's going to be a day when you're not going to pray. Be a day you're going to sleep in. He's just waiting for that day. Or the day where you're not going to be as self-controlled on the beltway when somebody cuts you off. Or the day that you are going to lose your temper with your kids or with your wife or with your husband or with whoever it may be. He is just waiting for you on that. He's setting you up. He's saying, yeah, be good. I'm encouraging you. Be good. Be good. Look, you're a good boy. Look, you're good. Because the devil, just think about this logically. If I can convince you that if you do good, you are good, then if you do bad, you are, I got you. Now you're mine, says the devil. Now I got you. You fell into the trap. I got you right now. You're going to fall short at some point in time. And if you have combined your identity or based your identity on your actions, I got you. Because I know where your actions are going to lead you. I'm good. Not because of what I do, but because of what he has done. I'm good, not because of who I am. I'm good because of whose I am. So then the natural response to that, so it doesn't matter then what we do. It doesn't matter what we do. And anyone who's uncomfortable with grace, so it doesn't matter what we do. That's the fear. If we tell people about grace too much, then they won't have a motivation to be good. Well, that's the equivalent of saying, don't tell your kids that you love them because they might not study as hard. Make sure that they know you'll only love them if they study really hard. No, it's the exact opposite. When my kids know that I love them, no matter what, they're motivated to study more, hopefully. Okay. And same thing with the grace of God. The grace of God encourages us because I know that I'm good enough. It encourages me to work more. Someone say it different. Say it this way. We don't work for approval. We work from approval. You see the difference? We don't work for the approval. We work from the approval. We work because we are approved. Not in order to gain it, but because we've already been given it. Best example. Famous movie, Little Orphan Annie. Everyone knows the movie Little Orphan Annie. Girl on the street, no good, nothing to live for, no value, no nothing. And then all of a sudden, 10 minutes later into the movie, she's all of a sudden living in this big house, Big Daddy Warbucks, big everything that you need, everything she could possibly have. All of a sudden, she's good. From here to here, what was the difference? Her actions? Could you ever work your way to this point, Little Orphan Annie? Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Because Big Daddy Warbucks did this, and because of whatever it is, then I need to repay him. I'm going to clean my room and do the dishes and mow the lawn. That ain't going to repay it. I'm going to change his oil and rotate his tires, and I'm going to cut his hair. Well, that one's easy, but you didn't have any hair. But you know where I'm going. No, that's not going to do it. Does that mean you don't want Little Orphan Annie to do anything? No, Little Orphan Annie, I want you to do all those things. But I don't want you to do it for my approval. I want you to do it as a thank you because I've already given you my approval. You're already in my family. You already got everything. There's nothing that you're lacking. I'm not waiting for you to do those things to get this. I've already given it to you. And I think God says the same to us today.